Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we are going to be working on our Chilean Arpileras. You will all get a blue sheet of paper. Originally I thought we would make this into a square sheet of paper, but I think I like it as a rectangle. We're going to be talking about the foreground, which is what is in the front of the picture, the middle ground, which is kind of in the middle of the page, and the background, which is in the back. And we're actually going to start with the background and layer down to the foreground. So after last week, you should have a piece of textured paper. I'll be passing all this back in a minute. You should have a piece of plaid paper, and you should have a paper with printed flowers. You also should have at least 2 origami houses, and then I will be providing you guys with some sponged brown paper like this. So this will be at your table, and you can share and add it onto your paper. So it does not matter which order you want to tear this and glue it on, but what I am going to ask you to do is tear your paper, organize it on your blue paper, and then glue. I don't want you to glue first because you might make a mistake and then it could get messy. So you should tear everything first and then glue on your paper. So let me show you what we're going to do. I showed you right before we started this video the student examples. So what you're going to do is you're going to tear this into shapes that look like mountains. So you're going to just take your paper and think about what a mountain looks like. If you need to draw with a pencil some mountain shapes and then tear along those lines, you can do that. That may help you. I don't really have to draw. I'm just going to tear some mountainy looking shapes into my paper. Okay, so I could use this like this, but then I could also use this as well. So out of this paper, I've got 2 mountain shapes. I might use it all, I might not. This right here just adds interest to your project. So it's okay if you tear and you see this line. If you don't like that, you can always tear that off, but your paper is not messed up just because that's there. So tear it off if you don't like it. If you like it, you can keep it. All right. So then I am going to start layering, okay? So if I look at my paper here, I'm going to start with the background. I don't know if I like this as the background. I think I like it closer down to the bottom. So I may keep that like that. If you'll notice, it might be hard to tell, but this is longer than my blue paper. That's fine. We're going to glue it on, then we'll cut the edge off at the end. So I'm just tearing my paper. I'm going to tear my flower paper. Again, I want to make it look sort of like hills. So I'm going to just tear it. The landscape, there's some very mountainous landscapes in Mexico. And so that's why I'm creating hills or mountain-like shapes. So again, there you go, some mountains. And then I'm going to tear my plaid paper. So I think I really liked the example where there was a big, tall, pointy mountain. So I'm going to tear that in that manner. And I'm going to let this kind of be the background. I'm just tearing it. Again, if you want to do it a certain way, you are welcome to do this a certain way. Okay, now that all of my paper is torn, oops, I didn't tear this. I'm going to tear this paper. So again, I'm just making it look like hills. So I'm tearing up and down in kind of a wavy line motion. And there we go. I can use both of those. All right, so now I've got all my paper. You see it's kind of like a mess at my desk, a bunch of torn up paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start layering this. So I want to have some sky up here. So you don't want to layer all the way around. You want to have some sky. But now look at your pieces and look and just start layering. You put this down a little bit so that y'all can see. There's my flowers. Here's this right here. And I'm going to move it all down a little bit so that I can make that the ground. If you want to make water in yours, that's fine. You could leave some of the blue showing, and then you could have water and sky. But I'm basically going to move all this down to the bottom, and I'm going to make sure that I can't see any blue through the mountains. See, that would just not make any sense. So I'm going to push this down. I'm layering. Okay. I can see blue there, so I don't know if y'all can or not, but I can see the blue there, so I'm going to push this down. All right, and once I have it like I like it, I am going to glue it all down. I have not added my houses. You've noticed I'm going to glue all of this down first. So when you glue, you need to outline each shape. Outline the back. You can put kind of like little X's of glue in there and then press down firmly. You want to start with this top shape. So what I would do is once you have it laid out, kind of push this stuff down, glue that top shape in its place, then glue the next one, then the next one, and then the next one until you get to the bottom. And then we'll add the houses. So I'll show you the houses after I finish gluing.